And we're here with Callie Kimball. Good evening, Callie.
Hello, Larz. How are you?
I'm all wacky. I'm having a bad hair day. What's left of my hair is having a very bad day.
See, I disagree. I think your hair looks just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those hot, sweaty, humid days. Welcome to spring in D.C. And,
yeah.
And we're living it. We're loving it.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
Yeah.
And you've been having fun.
I have been having fun. I've been busy. Busy, doing a lot of different things. Most recently, shot a segment on an introduction to Pilates here at the studio that Jackie Stevens produced. And basically it came about because I got certified last fall to teach Pilates, and started teaching private, started teaching classes, and the main thing is like everybody's coming with different experience. Some people like do the Pilates tapes at home, some people do it at gyms, and there's all these different kind of classes you can take, and people are trained at different levels, and it's so easy to injure yourself or do it incorrectly, and if you do it the right way, then you're going to get the results you want. So
wow. You're having fun with Pilates?
Yeah.
And Pilates, is that the blood thing, or that's platelets?
That's platelets. Yeah, that's something a little different.
Wow.
But
so it's
you use your
different.
platelets in Pilates, you know.
You must. So Pilates is no blood donating involved?
No, not the kind I do, at least.
It's a workout thing?
Yes, it's a workout thing.
Okay.
It's a workout thing. Have you taken Pilates yourself?
I know nothing about it.
Really?
Is that the thing with the big balls?
You can do Pilates on the ball.
It's got balls.
It's got balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of different modifications, things you can do, but it started by this guy, Joe Pilates, who you would have liked a lot, I bet.
Good old
You would have had him
Joe.
on the show. Yeah, he was like a gymnast kind of guy, and
Is he dead?
he did die.
What a bummer.
So,
Well,
you know.
we all gotta go. But
Yeah, but he was in really good shape because he's been doing Pilates his whole life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And did Pilates kill him, or?
No.
No?
No, you're gonna scare people.
No, Pilates doesn't kill.
No, Pilates, not the kind I do. Again, you know, it's pretty safe.
Is it more like a calisthenic thing?
It's all ab work. So you're lying on a mat. Like the way he originally did it is just kind of, you don't need all this equipment. You don't need the balls. Like everybody like does all these different fancy things with bands and stuff. But you really just need a mat and your abs, and you just work the hell out of them.
Wow.
So yeah, and you work your back muscle. It's just really good. It's actually really good for people with back problems, because if you strengthen the abs, you're supporting the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like in that Taekwondo stuff, or Aikido, where you strengthen your ki, which is all from the abs.
Okay, see, I've never done any martial arts.
That's where your ki is.
Have you done martial arts?
No. But
But you're an expert.
I've interviewed people that have, and that's how I know.
Yeah.
I don't do anything really. I just interview people that do things, and it makes my life so much easier.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah.
maybe you should take a Pilates class.
Okay, I'll do it.
You're not going to do it.
But you have a new show that you've done here, and it's the first of a trilogy, part one of a trilogy.
Right. It's we did it. It aired in February. I don't know if it'll kind of be on rotation now and then. Pilates for beginners. And what we did was, I've got a website for all my fitness stuff, and people wrote in questions like, you know,
Through calliekimball.com/genfit.html.
That's it. Yep. So you can actually learn all about the different things that I do, but also the Pilates. And they wrote in all these questions like, you know, is it okay to do it if you have a bad back, or like, why is the breathing important, and just all these little questions. So we answered them, and I had a great helper to demonstrate all of the moves, and I think you've got a clip of.
We're going to show a clip.
Yeah.
We're going to show a 2-minute clip of Pilates. Fun with Pilates right now.
Any exercise program that you do works a certain kind of muscle. Well, the Pilates program activates smaller, lesser used muscles, so you actually get the benefit of being completely toned all over. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and I have a couple of wonderful people who are here to help me out. We have Adrian, and she's going to be helping us go through some questions that people have emailed in, and we're going to answer for you. And we also have Vanessa, and she is going to be doing some demonstration and participating in that way. So thanks you guys for being here, and thanks for tuning in. And now we're going to start with some questions. What do we got?
Okay, the first one, why is breathing so important to Pilates?
That's a great question. That's a great question to start off with. Breathing is the first fundamental that we learn in Pilates. it's important, obviously, because you need to breathe, but there are many different ways you can breathe. For example, a lot of people who do yoga, they do what's called belly breathing, which is the tummy is very soft, and as you inhale, it expands and kind of pooches out, and then you pull in on the exhale. And actually, Vanessa is a great person to demonstrate this because she does both yoga and Pilates. So actually, if you want to lie down on the mat and put your knees up and your feet are flat on the mat, and why don't you show everybody what the actual belly breathing that I'm talking about is like, so they can see the difference, and then we'll show what the other kind is. So watch her belly, like how it rises up and down on the inhale, just nice and soft. Now, if you can, start with the Pilates breathing where you keep that abdominal tone pulled in, even on the inhale. So you can see that her belly rises very little, and she's pulled in the entire time. Now, you're probably asking, like, how does that happen? Like, where does the breath go? And where does it go? Your ribs actually have the ability to expand all around. So exactly, if you place your hands on your ribs and feel the full inhale, your ribs can expand on all sides, and then pull in on the exhale. Good. So another way to do this at home, if you have one of these great stretchy bands, you can wrap this around your ribs, nice and snug, and then work against the band to expand the rib cage. Good. So breathing is really important, and it honestly takes people several classes before it even really clicks, because it's a very foreign way of breathing to a lot of people. But very good job breathing. Thank you very much. You can sit back up. So what else do we have?
Okay, some of the movements are so small. How do I know if I'm doing them correctly?
That's a good question. They're very small movements, very precise, very controlled. Pilates isn't about kind of flailing about, and it's very vigorous, but it's very controlled. Actually, Joe Pilates called it contrology, actually, when he was doing it. That was just his name for it. Yeah. But the idea of being very controlled, very precise, which actually underscores the need to work with a very qualified instructor. You want somebody, especially if you can afford to take a couple of private classes in the very beginning, it's really, really helpful, because just copying a tape, it's like, well, you're not really, so if somebody can see what you're missing and help cue you. Let's actually do an example of this, because there's an exercise that I like to do with every beginning student that kind of says, oh, that's the kind of work we're going to be doing. Okay, so Vanessa, if you could stand up and just face front here, and I want you to put your heels together and your toes are slightly open. Good, that's a perfect Pilates V. And you're zipped up from your heels through your knees, through your thighs, up into your abs, but you're nice and relaxed and soft up top. Good, very good. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to keep your heels together as you rise up slightly onto your toes. And rise up. Good, and come back down. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to do the same thing, but this time I want you to think about putting weight into the sides of your feet, the outsides of your feet, into your little toes. So you're going to keep your heels together and come back up and think of putting weight in the outside of your feet. And rise up. Yeah, it's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where'd you feel that?
Right here.
Exactly. That's exactly, and that's where we want to feel it, right? We want to, everybody wants to work on that area. So
Now, you've had so much fun with Pilates that HGTV, Home and Garden Television, has identified you as the person to interview. They're in your home. They're going to, I guess, document your lifestyle. They want to see,
which is kind of odd,
a Pilates-friendly environment.
Yeah, well, the show is called, I think, Small Space, Big Style. And since I live in a studio apartment, but I do all these different things, I write my plays, and I just do all these other things. And I teach Pilates. Like, I thought they'd be interested in, I didn't know that they'd be like, oh, Pilates, that's the hook that they're going to do, because it'll be fun to, like, tape me teaching 3 people Pilates in my apartment, which is kind of fun, kind of interesting exposure. And so I've been dusting my house and cleaning.
A lot.
They send you this thing that's like, okay, it's going to be shot in like high definition TV, so no flyaway hairs, no dust, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I mean, I'm too busy to clean. My house is like, I need a maid to come in. So
you don't
yeah.
have a cat, do you?
No.
No pet. Well, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, in many ways.
So this is all going to be taped, and it's...
Yeah, we're shooting this Thursday. I'm not sure exactly when it'll air, but pretty
How long
soon.
the segment, do you know?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like they feature like 3 different places in a half-hour segment, or if they're going to do, because I mean I'll be teaching. They want to actually shoot me teaching Pilates, and then I get to like give a tour of my house and how I organize things and where I store all my equipment and stuff like that. So who knows how they'll edit it? I don't know. They're going to be there like the whole day though. It's like a 10-hour shoot.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of fun, you know.
Are they going to give you money?
Hell no.
Darn those people. Darn them.
No, but it'll be fun. It'll
They
be
ought to
good.
at least get you lunch, right?
I don't know. Do they bring in craft services for stuff like that?
I don't know.
I get the feeling it's just like one lighting guy and a camera guy and the host.
I would guess it's going to be 2 camera guys with those little Sony cameras
Yeah,
like that,
yeah, probably.
because they're a lot more user-friendly. And
Yeah.
you can get them going and have the 2 shots cutting away. and
Right.
The big
Yeah.
production.
And they're going to do the before and after shots, like, you know, how I decorated it and stuff. It's very, very goofy, but fun. But
It's way fun. It's
yeah,
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's kind of cool because, like, you know, I'm on your show now and then, which is awesome. And now, like, my mom and her friends in Florida, because they don't get Arlington cable television in Florida.
Not very good.
So this will be something they can see. So
The reception down there isn't very good for Larz from Mars right
no,
now.
right now. But you're working on that, right?
Oh, I'm always working on it.
Yeah.
Well then, we look forward to seeing you on HGTV.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming down here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And we are going to have more fun with Pilates now.
He fights well, the Earthman.